Hello everyone, my name is Moki. It has been a long time since I made like a video. Today I will be talking about how to make your mouth. I have long made like a tutorial on how to make Vbridger mouth. Recently I have I'm gonna be honest, like over the course of like 2 years since I've made that tutorial, I've learned a lot. And I'll show you some of the things that I have learned so that I can start showing it off to you guys. But first and foremost, let's start rigging ourselves a mouth. First and foremost, hold up, is this already like 100%? It's full screen. To make your mouth, you need to have good meshing on it, and I mean good. Not like that dog water, like Control Shift A and then like use your automatic mesh generator and that's it. No, I want you to go into your like mouth here, right? And I want you to manually mesh everything inside of that. Why? Because it matters. Unironically, and most importantly, why is my blush in here? It should not be. Oh. See. Okay. Okay. Let's name ourselves a basic deformer. This will contain the mouth, right? Okay, first and foremost, if you're working on a symmetrical model, even better, I want you to set up like, this is the true center of this model. Anything within this point extending will be similar to the other side. Quote unquote, this model has like some asymmetry to it, being the dress and all, but let's focus on the mouth. Okay, on your mouth, we need to set up your basic deformer that will contain it. Make sure that it is inside of it, right? Oop, oop. Okay, that's true center. Now, we can make this smaller, but preferably, for me, I don't want it to be small. This will contain your mouth and everything within inside of it. There's going to be some parts that are going to be redundant, not going to be used either. But I would still implore you to make it just a tad bit bigger than your mouth. In the parts inside of it, right? Like, don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of things speaking out. I'll teach you how to make a better mouth simply, right? There's a lot of tech out there for the mouth, but simply I use this one and I have long been like using it. So first and foremost, let's make ourselves like some meshing. We gotta mesh our mouth very fucking clean. So we need to access our tool details. Oh, you guys can't see this, but just put it here. Make this smaller. I only need go there. Okay. On your tool details, right? You need to scroll down for a bit, right? You need to select this. Scroll down, mirror edit, right? It's not going to be at the center of the model, but you can select it to be your center of the model by clicking on center of canvas, right? If it is not center, right? Like for example, for this model, it is not at the true center. So when I click these, right, Control E, you're going to see that the line is way over. You just need to slide it. Keep sliding until you achieve like the middle thing. But for this one, it's already set up. Oh, center of canvas. You can see like there's no like abnormalities. So now, using this tool, right? This is a tool where you can like automatically generate like some meshes. This is perhaps the best one for this area, right? So I want you to scroll down, see mesh width, adjust it certainly. Change the repeated density. Please don't make it 1. Don't be a dumbass. Please. Set it to 5 or 4. Never 1. 1 will break your rigs. The thing is, it's still fine here, but never use 1 for any other high quality textures. That shit will break your shit, man. Unironically. So for now, let's clean it up. I feel like 5 is still not enough. We're gonna make it more. 2, no. Okay. So now, you gotta contain this. Make it apt. So now using the balls, we got adjust like the curve. You're going to see like these overlaps. Please take note of it. Please. We're going to like fix it later. Okay. Now that is done. It is arguably at the center. You will press what you call this thing, stroke mesh mapping, or you can press Shift and then E, right? Shift E on your thing, Shift E like that, and you're done. See these things? If you leave out of here, it'll break. So what do? You need to select back to your normal meshing options like this one, and I want you to select the parts that you need, right? I'm holding Control and clicking because this is like an automatic tool when you're meshing or editing your meshes, right? I want you to select one point, merge vertices. Basically do this for anyone that are close, right? And that's it. Keep repeating it. I put it into a keybind. It's that useful for me. Now you see there is no like overlapping meshes. That's done. Control E. That's it. All you gotta do. Now, afterwards, what you gotta do next is you gotta select this, right? Select this line, and I want you to select the bot line. Typically, they're all similar, right? Oh my god. There we go. You see how it is still similar? Most of the models will have that. If the chances that you don't have it, you know, just basically mesh it again the way that I did it, right? So because we're gotten like, you know, the leverage for this, we go here, copy, right? Press Control C, and then go to bot line, Control E, A, Control E. Select everything, delete it, and now you can paste it again. Now we're going to do this like 2 more times for bot skin. So this is the skin on the lips, right? This is important because it'll contain everything, every info that we would need to maintain your meshes, right? And here's the thing. Remove these bottom parts. It will not be used, right? Remove this 2 edges. And then done. Typically. Ba-bum. Okay, now you need to just encase it. You can be lenient with it because basically this thing will not move from this point onwards. Say press Control E, you're done. Go to bot skin, Control E, A, delete, Control V, right? Because this is the mesh you've copied, right? Do the same thing but opposite. So you select these 2. Done. Now you branch it out. Oop. 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 Done, right? So E, that shit is clean as F. Now, what you gonna do? We're going to use gluing. Why gluing? Because it makes your shit easier. You only need to move one part. That's it. Done and dusted. Now, I want you to select, so this is the bot skin, this is the bottom line. I want you to select both, Control E to select everything, Control A to select everything, Control G, because Control G in base Live2d means, gluing. So Control G it. And that's done. That's it. All you gotta do, right? See, some parts are connecting even though we don't want that. Okay. If that happens, I would implore you to use instead, hold Control and drag it. And drag the parts, everything here that we've made and copied, paste it over. This is what you need. Select everything and then Control G. That's it. We have to do it again for the top line. So upper lip and upper line, right? Control, click, drag, select everything. Okay, Control G. That's it. This is not really my way, but this is like a coagulated thing that I've learned over the time I've been rigging mouse, because this shit is easy, clean, and fast way to do it, right? Now, I would implore you to then, right, like select this, select it, right? It's going to give you this option. I would like you, okay, what does it all mean, right? What does it all mean? Okay, there's two colors you need to take note of, red and then green, right? And I'll give you a little bit more info regarding blue, right? Okay. Okay, for blue, right? I'm going to put like a screenshot here. You see the first one, the first name, right? Its name is glue upline, and the what you call this thing? The other one, right? It's upskin. Glue is the name of the glue, right? That's base. You don't that'll always be there, right? But the next one is upline. That is your upper lip, right? This is typically what matters. Why? Because red implores or suggests, right? That's the first name, and if it is suggested to the first name, what's the first name, right? What's the first name of the first mesh that we selected? This one, which is upline, right? I'll make this visible and I'll multiply the color so that it's more apparent. But you can see how if I move this, right, it moves along with the thing because we've made it so that it corresponds to the bottom line. Now, what if you do the opposite, right? For the second name, you have upline and then upskin, right? If you select the green one, which corresponds to what you call this thing? Wait, this one should be, yeah, okay. Corresponds to the second name. What would happen, right? Your line, this one, is now responding to the other one, right? You see how the meshes stay in regards to this. Because all the control is now being given to that part, right? How do you avoid it? And that's basically how you use it, right? So you can make this invisible now. We don't have to worry. That doesn't need to be touched anymore. That's done. I'm explaining you to the basic glue. That's it. That's done. You don't need this part anymore, right? Like, hold up, let me move. Ta-da! Okay. You don't need this anymore. You can, like, what you call it? When I say don't need it, don't delete it. Okay? When I say don't need it, you don't have to rig anything particular towards it. You will not make parameters, you will not make deformers around it. The only thing you need to do, right? Make it big, right? And of course, because I gave it to the power to the green, we'll do the opposite now. We give power to the red, so that the line will control the skin. Why am I teaching you this? Because I'm going to teach you inverting tech regarding Live2d, right? This is perhaps the best way to do things when you're like fixing things, okay? So that once that is done, right, we need to do it again for the bot loop. So select your bot line and then your bottom skin, Control E, right? And that's fine, right? We already done it. Select this, and I want you, right, to make it correspond to this line. Okay, what is the color? Okay, so this is green, this is red. Okay, it's responding to red. We're gonna paint it red, right? And that's done. That's it. You don't have to worry, you don't have to like stress about it. You can just enlarge it and you're done. You're good to go. Why did I teach you this? Because I'm going to teach you invert clipping for mouth rigging, because I see a lot of people have like weird problems with their mouth, mainly because they can't do a lot of the things that they wanted because of this. But this will introduce a lot of problems. Use it at your own behest when I'm telling you this, okay? It's easy because it can give you access to absolute control regarding the lips. Now, what do we do, right? Okay, I want you to scroll down and select every part that is inside of your mouth, these parts, right? I want you to select all of those, right? And look at the clipping ID, right? Okay. I want you to select all of these, right? And take note. Like, this is what they should be seen as, right? And let me remove the clipping ID. Yeah. You can see how they're all visible, right? What I want you to do next will matter, right? So I want you to select the bot skin and then this one. These two things that we did, right? That we just enlarged. That's it. All you need to do. You need to copy it. Copy, right? I want to select all of these parts now, right? And I want you to paste it. And invert mask. That's it. You're done. Right? Any clipping inside of your mouth doesn't fucking matter now, right? Because it will all correspond to this, right? And this is the thing. This is the limitation that I will be telling you. You can't have anything clipped inside of this mouth because you have used all of the parts to be invert clip to your like your front mask, right? And that's the thing. That's the problem. It might create problems for some people, right? But for me, nah, that's what I fucking wanted, right? Now, the thing is, what if I have tongue out? I'm going to show you how to use tongue out, right? You see how it's invisible, right? Basically, what you need is up skin, no bottom skin. That's it. Oops, I actually selected everything. Now delete it. Done. Right? You're going to see how it will only respond to the top lip, right? Top lip mask. And here's the thing. This offers a lot of flexibility, mainly because how you can move your mouth fuck all. You don't have to worry about it clipping to the head or something. There's certain limitations to this too, but because you've clipped these things, right? The insides of your mouth, right? What you can do next, right, is you can clip it to the head so that when you do 90-degree head turns, you are cutting a lot of your issues. But that requires a lot of knowledge that I'm not going to impart to you, mainly because it would require me to go into in-depth talk for like 3 hours, bare minimum. There's a lot of technology regarding like 90-degree head turns. But for now, I'll teach you how I do my mouth. Next up. Now that we have done that, we're going to have more control regarding our like mouth rigging, right? Oopsie. Okay. Now, we're going to need a lot of deformers, right? Okay. Now, I'm going to guess that you guys like didn't watch my previous video. So I'm going to showcase you all of the parameters that you will use, right, for your mouth rigging, right? This is particularly my style of Vbridger mouth, right? I haven't looked at any other people's for reference. Like, I would recommend going to this Nova J's, this one, Salty's rigging, right? Because that shit, they know what they're doing. I don't. I only know my type of style, and sometimes it's not for other people. But I'm going to showcase you how to do mine, right? Because mine uses a lot of blend shape so that you can cut down a lot on time. But because I've done it for so many times, so many like different occasions, that I was like, I have improved on it so much that I can give you quantifiably how it can be done easier and faster. Now, I am going to do, right, some basic things on it. One, we have already done our meshes. We don't have to worry about it, right? But I did forget to do these ones, so let's do it real quick. Copy the plane. You don't need to glue it because lips are an extension of your like bottom lips. I'm going to teach you like how to rig it faster, better, and you can have more control on it too. So Control E, A, G, delete, and all of that. Now, let's make the top parts. Choop. There we go. Ta-da! There you go. Now, bottom lip. No, bottom lip. Control E, A, G. Why do I keep saying E, A, G? No. Control E. That's it. Copy it. Select this. And go down. Ta-da! You're done. Move it a little bit up. And yeah. Good. Now, we've done it. We've cleaned it up. All you gotta do now, right, is we're going to rig it on these parameters. You're going to need 4 basic ones. Mouth funnel. Please make sure that your ID is also fucking named. Please, Jesus Christ. Name this shit because this shit will be passed on to your other rigs, and I want you to name it by heart, right? At this point, right? So this is funnel. You need to press lip open. So this is when you're like pursing your lips, right? Like, okay, I see you have dry lips right now. You're going to purse it, wet it, right? Because you have like a dry lips right now. Dry lip ass. Now, puckering is basically when you're kissing or when you're stretching your mouth. So, when you're kissing like that, right? You can't see me, but I'm I'm making the sound that associates with it, right? Mouth shrug is kind of harder to say, but basically it's when you're like thinking pose, like in a fucking cartoonish style, like like your lips goes up. And that's mouth shrug. That's it. Now, we will have 3 different cheek puffs, mainly because 1 is for the mouth, the other 2 is for your face, right? Because you need a lot, you need a lot of information regarding the rig towards them. So far, this is what the model looks like when it's turning. I haven't done the the overall cleanup yet because I wanted to finish the mouth. Because I like it when I'm like tracking the model and testing it. I can see like the flappity of right there. Wink, wink. Okay, we gotta make him bald real quick because I want to see everything that we're messing with. Now, what we're going to do is select bot lip. Okay, this ad right here, typically you will also have it. Let's make it. Okay. You can hold X here in this mode too, so that you can just like... There we go. That's a better Ashlock. Okay. Now, this is like an old rigging tech, but I want you to select first bot line, because this is where your like deform path will exist then. You need to select add and then bot lip. Mainly because, right, all of these parts will be rigged to mouth open. That'll make it easier for us to control. So, pop, pop. Have a major focus on like your lip line. We worry about like the lips later because we can clean it. We just want it to be like bandwagoning, i.e., like following the lead of this one. I want to like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This just need to be behind here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's better. Okay, now I want you to do the same thing, like up line and then this thing. Select the line and then your lipstick and add it again. So here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. I'm making it as symmetrical as possible just so that we don't stress later on. Trust me, we don't want to stress. We're gonna make this shit easy, fast, and lightweight. Because I'm also a dumbass. Hey, because we did that, we will now be able to control 2 things at once. Ta-da! Okay, now what we're going to do next, right, is select all of the parts that you did. Bot lip, add line, bot lipstick, all of these things. We're going to be using this is like the most common thing that every Live2d rigger will do, and that is you need to start building your shit with the basics first, right? When what I mean by basics, you gotta start with the least amount of parameters and work your way up. I keep seeing a lot of parameter tutorials regarding shit that has a lot of fucking parameters on the fucking get-go. Don't give yourself cancer, please, Jesus Christ. Start with something simple and then divide the work then. You'll have an easier time, you'll not be stressed. Jesus fucking Christ, I see a lot of like tutorials out there, right? That has like 5x5, 6x6, 7x7s. No, that's not my style. I don't want to deal with myself repetitively over the course of like the rig. That's also going to cause you stress because when you add by normal rigging standards, your parameters for your blend shapes for your parameters only. For your Vbridger, that shit's going to cause you cancer, right? But for this one, you just need, for now, a 2x, like 2 keyframes. That's it. All you gotta do. Now we gotta make ourselves our mouth, right? That's it. Select everything, and basically we can select our. Oh my god. Why did you add it to lipstick? We can still work with that. So. Wait, what? Did they change? Oh my god, they did change it. Don't care though. Okay. Now, there are some common things that I'm going to talk to you. Understanding arcs and understanding like how a mouth should progressively get bigger and smaller. I.e., if this shit is like as this small, when it's opening, it's going to widen up, right? That's it. You can move the middle lip, but I wouldn't suggest it because by my standards and understanding, the upper lip doesn't move much. Your bottom lip does. Now, and then select your bottom lipstick and just move it. Whoops. All right. Okay. Like everything. Move it down. That's it. Ignore the inside lip for now. What you gotta do is you gotta make this look like it's opening its mouth. Ta-da. And then, oh shit, we actually common beginner mistake on my end. I am sorry, I was too excited to teach you guys. I set my things to 1. Simplest way to fix it, just select it here. Because we started at simple things for now, we can just select it and then we can then reflect it. We're going to take notice of one thing called arcs. Look at this shit. You see how it gets progressively bigger? This will imply very smooth motion when it's going to talk. Right? Next up, we gotta deal with the different mouth forms. How do we do that? Add 3 keyframes on this. That's it. You're done. Okay. How do we make it look good? One thing for me to say is that when this moves from this point to the other point, make sure that it still respects that curve, right? So look at this. We're going to use a thing called temporary deform tool, and then where is it? Temporary path deformation. This one. I'm gonna screenshot it so you guys can see it. Okay. Use this, right? I put it on a keybind just so that it could make my life easier. Now, pop. By the way, just like a small tiny information, you can change your edit mode so you can remove like these green balls. It'll reappear when you select back to that normal deformation mode. That's it. It just makes your life easier. Okay, now to do this, we're going to make it frowning, right? Yeah, we gotta make it like. Let's see, what do you want them? No, I don't like that. Straight, like this, straight up, round. That's too hard. Okay. Shama well. Okay. We're going to see this a lot of issue later on. We're going to fix that. But for now, we gotta worry about this one. Okay. This is like the frowning. Okay. Now, we do the opposite, right? You are done with your temporary deform tool. Your temporary deform tool will only work at like 1 parameter at a time. I hate it too. Don't worry. I'm on side with you. Now, you gotta use your temporary deform path tool again. So hit that shit. Right? So like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Make it smile. Give it a big old frown. Like, that is upside down. There we go. Now, you're going to see, okay, what do you mean by arcs when I said that? Look at this. Right? We're going to use this as a tool. Oopsie. Oh, right. It doesn't. Okay. Okay. You see how this has an inverse curve here? Let's take a screenshot so you can see it, right? String. We don't want that. That shit will not look smooth. We want it to be like this. String. How do we do that? Here's the thing. The middle part is your base mouth. We don't want to mess with that. What do? You take away from this. That's it. Now, using the same thing, small deform path. Make it smaller. Okay. We're getting there. Getting there. Okay, now we gotta worry about this one. Deform path tool again. Whoop. Whoop. You can always change the look of them. Okay. You can see how this line is going outwards, right? You're going to see how when we mess with it, right, it's much smoother. Now it's a bit comical for the face. We gotta change the lips. Now, the best part, because you've like bunched up the things that you are going to work on, right? Okay. You can just select your off lipstick. You don't gotta worry about it. And now, you can just using your this tool, right? You can just Okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay, now we mesh with this one because, right? Okay, select the parts that you did the work on, right? Basically, let's make it big. Done. That's it. Now, for this one, we gotta go back to our edit level 2 so we can start seeing our fucking green schizo balls, right? Make it, oh, shape of an O mouth. Or, it depends for some people. You like doing this O mouth, right? But for me, I typically like doing this one. Okay, that looks smoother. But you see how, like, when I'm rigging this thing, I keep taking notes regarding the arcs that I'm making. This is very common when you're actually rigging, i.e. animating. Like, you see how the arcs affect the movement. Shing, it's smooth. Opening is smooth. Going from one form to another, not as smooth, so we fixed that. Okay, select the bottom loops too. Damn, now that is smooth. Now we just gotta fix this. Oh. Oh. Just having like an asymmetry there. Okay, that's done. Now we gotta deal with the motherfucking thing called making this shit smoother. I.e., you gotta add more, and this is what I told you about: adding more keyforms to make it look smoother. Right? Okay. Add the middle keyform to your mouth open. Now, my mouth form looks totally different from other people because I am still using an ancient ass method by Cilia. This shit was like made in like 2021, 2022, I think. And ever since then, I was like, damn, that's so much more easier. I will just use that. This is ooh, 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 like ooh, 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 eh. Now this, eh. E. Oh. E. Ooey, 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 ooey. Yeah, this smile is a bit too intense. It's kind of too creepy too, so we gotta pull it down just a little bit, just a tad bit, you know? We gotta give her more... Yeah. I'm holding shift and I'm clicking too with this thing, so it moves exactly straight down. And I make this shit. Ooh. Okay. Okay, now we move everything mod. E, E, E. There we go. There we go. That's much smoother. There we go. That's much smoother. Sorry, I had to lock in there because it was not pertaining to the thing that I want to achieve. Curses, curses. Why must my mind be so different from the actions that I partake? Either way, we have achieved our goal. Now, you've seen how the mouth has a smoother look to it because we pertain to like the arc, right? You couldn't see it, right? But you see, this one is a bit too wide. There we go. Because we pertain to the arcs, you see how this shit is smoother. Oh. Now we can make this a little bit more. Oh. There we go. Hey, gotta save. Holy shit. Next up, we're going to try using. We're gonna check it, right? Thanks to the new Live2d update, we can make this shit easier and faster for ourselves. Okay, we have now. We've now done our basics for our mouth. We're going to see how smooth it is when we're like talking. It's only jittery right now because we haven't cleaned up the sides again. Because if you move one part, you're gonna move the other parts too. So, okay, that's smooth as fault now. Every part clean. Okay. Just ignore like the insides of the mouth. That will come easily when we're like going to rig it later. Okay. Next we're going to be dealing with the motherfucking mouth funnels, press lip, pucker, and shrug. This shit is much more easier. I'ma tell you that. Use blend shapes. Dear God, please. Edit parameter. Blend shape. Just check that shit. You're done. Okay. We're going to use blend shapes for our mouse tracking, right? Now, I'll select each and every one of them. Two keyforms. Two keyforms. Two keyforms. Two keyforms. Yeah. Their numbers? 0, 0, 1. Press lip open. -1, 0, 1. Mouth pucker. -1, 0, 1. Mouth shrug. 0, 0, 1. Now, after doing all of that, we can start doing some shit now. Basically, we can start doing our magic. By magic, I mean just using blend shapes as a tool, intended for its use, being a tool. For mouth press lip open, basically you just gotta start doing the ooh, all mouth. Ooh. 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 Ooh, ooh. I'm gonna make this shit high too, just so that we can focus. Ooh, ooh. Now that's done. That's it. All I gotta do. Now, because we added that, ooh, wah, ooh, wah. Okay. Ooh, wah, wah. That's the function. It's going to look weird, of course. Mouth press lip open. This thing is when you're pursing your lips. Because we separate that shit, we can just do this. Oops, finish it. Okay, that's done. Just gonna stretch it now. So for this one, this is the E mouth. E Tucker. Now, basically this one, you just gotta start compressing it. Just select the lips for this one. Top one for now. Why not? And then the bottom lip. Yeah. This one, just stretch it out. But this is pretty like self-explanatory. You're done. You see how it's all adding up? You don't want that. We're going to set limits later, but for now, well, it breaks hard. Now, well, shrug is easy as pie. Okay, it's kind of breaking for some parts. Now we gotta set the limits. Number one, you gotta select. Oh, okay, you know what? Let's not deal with the limits for now. Let's deal with the teeth, the inside part of your mouth. There we go. Select tongue, bottom. Make a deformer for all of them. Make sure they're centered. They're centered. Make sure they're not that heavy like that. Make sure it's like 12 by 12. You know, make it clean. Okay. Wow, that's actually set to the middle. That's nice. Okay. Now, because they're now visible when I open our mouth, weird. You don't have to mesh with like the top teeth. You just gotta pull it down just a tad bit, and you're done. Okay, now we mess with the bottom teeth. As I said, start with 2 parameters. Make that shit easier for you. Not gonna see it. Use this. You should... Now, okay, we gotta clean this up. I want the mouth to be curved, not this shit. So we gotta mesh it ourselves manually. Okay, there's done. Now, we want our teeth flat AF. Okay, now we've set up like the basic mouth tracking for the teeth. Okay. Upper teeth is now the weird one. Okay. Now we can expand it, right? This one you don't need to, this one you have to. Okay. Don't work down here. Okay, clean as fuck. Okay, now we have a lot of problems for the ring because basically your teeth needs to also have blend shapes. Give that shit blend shapes. 2 keyframes, right? For everyone. Mouth funnel. Looks weird, but still fine. Press lip. Open. Okay, good. Pucker. Doesn't break. Okay. Shrug. It must attend to shrug. Okay, key form, you know, the upper teeth too, because it also needs to move up. So both of them at the same time, keyframe them to shrug and just move them up. More. Okay, we're done. Okay, now I'm gonna set this one, right? Okay, now we gotta set the limits for these things. So funnel, we want this to be up, we want this to be down. Ooh. This to be up, want to be down. Okay, now we select these things, right? Don't gotta worry about the turn. We'll fix that shit later. Now, selecting both of these, this is the top teeth, bottom teeth, right? You gotta start selecting your lips too at the same time, because all of these have the same parenting blend shape. Now we gotta start limiting shit, right? So go to here, show palette menu. I want you to go motherfucking limit settings for blend shapes. Select that. First, you gotta select mouth funnel. We're going to select, we need to have multiple limits on this shit because it kind of breaks a lot. So, select mouth open, select the preset, make that shit go down, like that. You're done. Now, we're gonna add one more, and that is called mouth press lip open. You gotta add that shit. Done. But this one is going to be different. Why? Mainly because we don't want it at the middle too, so we just want it here. Right? For mouth press lip open, so when it's doing this one, right? Oh wait, no, my bad. You gotta do it like this. Ta-da! When it does either of that, it doesn't do this. But when it's at the middle, it can be this. So it doesn't, you know, it doesn't mix up with the others. It's done. So you on mouth funnel, right? You need to have mouth open like this, mouth press lip open. Now, select mouth press lip open, do the same thing. This one, descending, and now for mouth press lip open, you gotta do the same thing to mouth funnel. If this shit at 1, this shit at 0. That's it. So now, and that's it, you're done. Okay, it kind of breaks there. Okay, so that's our mouth tracking now. Okay. It's because this thing is... Okay. Now, for mouth pucker, we gotta set some limits for that shit. So we gotta go to limit settings again. Now we gotta select mouth pucker. You see how it's deforming weirdly for this? So we gotta select mouth form for this one. Mouth form. We gotta select this one. This one. Yeah. You see that? -1. 0. Yeah. So now this shit will not happen at -1, 0. But it will happen at 0, 0 for mouth form and 1 for mouth form. So now, I gotta hex that's kind of ugly. Ugly by my terms, you know? Okay. Fucking crack that shit like up. Okay. Wait, am I using the right type of tracking for this one? It's neither tracking 3. Hold up. Calibrated. Okay. What? No. I gotta oh, it disconnected. Disconnect. Yeah. Okay. This one is a bit too insane. Yeah, that's that. Okay, we gotta fix that mouth form. We gotta start hitting it with the. Don't worry, as long as you don't remove these things, the limits will still be there. Okay, so we can copy, you know, because this form is the base one. Control Shift C, go to this point, Control Shift B. Now G, i.e. temporary deform tool. Bam, bam. And I think that's much better because we made it a bit too extreme for our case. Okay. Actually, no, that's much better. Okay. Now we're going to see how our like different shapes for the thing are done. That's it. You see how easy the mouth form was. Now we're going to be doing mouth X. Now go to mouth X. You gotta hit it with the same treatment. You gotta turn it into a blend shape, like all the lip parts, right? Not the teeth, just the lip parts. So now selecting this. Up line, butt line, bam, holiday. Okay, now Control 1 so that it presents back. Now we gotta key it to mouth X using this tool. Select everything, right? Nah, that's a bit too strong. Check it again. You just gotta pop, drag it, and go back to your pointer tool. Hold X. And I just reflected it. Yes, you can reflect music. Okay. Now you see our mouth form is phenomenal. Now, how do you make that shit better? That's your mouth form. It tracks well. Like O, A, E. Oh, it's lagging. E, oh. Disconnect. Connect. Coming back. Point. O, E, E. Bam, 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 bam. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Bam, 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 bam. 4 big. I'm kidding. If you know the song, 4 big guys, and they. I'm kidding. Either way, I will now be doing the thing called cleaning it up, adding more details. How do you do that? Okay, first and foremost, this is your face. This shit looking flat right now because this is like the base one. Now, right? I'll teach you how to make your face as I'm teaching you how to make your mouth. Now what you gotta do is you gotta add supporting details towards your mouth. How would you do that? First and foremost, do the simple one. Go to your nose, right? Because we use blend shape, you don't gotta worry. When it bends, shoop, reflect it too, and you're done. That's it. There's too much, actually. Okay. Now, right? we gotta add another supporting detail. Your jaw. Typically, people will separate it into its own thing. I don't like doing that. So, adding onto this, right? Typically like to do it on the same thing, right? So, select your mouth open. Just 2 keyforms. That's it. All you gotta need. All you need. Right? Sha. Now, open it. Left. That's it. Okay, and that's it. Now you have like supporting details regarding your rig. So now your mouth will be much smoother. We can add more details. Don't worry. Now we gotta select your eyes because we used a lot of things for it. You can just typically just select. These are like the base deformers that will control your eye. You can typically just add 2 keyframes towards mouth open. That's it. Now, we gotta add the cheeks. How do you do that? Okay, you select your mouth on this shit, right? Because you need mouth shrug, you can just, add it. Because it's a blend shape, you don't gotta worry. Now, pull it up just a tad bit. Not too much, just a tad bit. Okay, next up, we gotta do the fucking cheek puff. We gotta do one for left and one for right. Okay. Why would you do that? Because for face tracking, it kind of works different. Your mouth cheek puffs, right? You gotta do cheek, cheek puff bar. You gotta. Okay, this one. Okay, that looks equal. Now we gotta add one for cheek puff too, because this one facilitate the actual cheek puff of the mouth. Do that. Select all these parts too. Bom, 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 bom. Cheek puff. Just shrink it down. That's it. You see how this shit inflates too? Because we use the blend shape, we can avoid the thing. So you just go here, go to limit settings for blend shape weights, don't select cheek puff L. Cheek puff L, you need the angle or face X for this one because I use OGs. Right? So like that. Face X. Okay. Add. When it looks, because this is L when it looks to the left. Right? Oh, actually, it's opposite. Ta-da! Now for cheek puff R, your OG X again, and just do the opposite. Add. Okay, we gotta add more details, i.e. more things to make our shit more expressive. How do you do that? Like your mouth shrugging, your mouth is lifting. Just lift these 2 things up. Okay, that's it. But there's one tiny secret that I keep to you guys, okay? This is a secret between us. But on my face physics, there's a thing called mouth open delay. It's a super secret technique that I will not show to anyone but you guys. We'll select this. All the parts that you did work on, right? If you stayed with me long enough, then you'll know my secret. Don't gotta worry. This shit will look ugly. Basically, it's like calibration. You see the difference? It makes it bouncy. That's it. It's a super secret tech that's super easy to do, super easy to achieve. Okay, there's more to this. Mouth open delay. You just gotta, you know, bum 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 bum. It goes up and down. That's it. Now you go to your physics, right? You gotta go to mouth open delay. Mouth open delay. Physics. You see mouth open here? You see it's reflected? Oh wait, no, why are these both reflected? You can just unreflect it. Sorry, because they still use like an old thing. Okay. Now you see it, right? And that's how I make my mouth like fucking bouncy as well. That's this tiny little secret, the tiny little juice that I give it to make it look smoother. It's basically bouncing along with physics. Yeah, that's it. That's the magic trick. Your face is not supporting your details for mouth X. So what we do? Select mouth X. Okay. You don't gotta worry about those things. We're using blend shapes. This shit is like the live shape. You just do that. That's it. Now you can go select your eyes too. You know, I can't reflect this. Sorry. Oopsie. You know what? No. Let's remove that. Let's make a deformer that controls both of these, so we can have an easier time to reflect it. Bom, 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 bom. And that's the secret. There's the Moki secret technique. You've rigged along with me, so you deserve a pat on the back. Go get yourself some water. I'm also kind of thirsty. I'm gonna be right back. You're going to sit along. You're going to sit along with this shit for the whole hour. Forgive me. That's on you. Typically, how would it like do this? But for this video, because we wanted to make the mouth look as good as it can be, let me rig it for like the fucking angles for now. What you gotta do, right? Because this shit should contain anything. No, nothing. Same with this one, just mouth X, right? No, it's not that. We can't evaporate this thing. Okay. Now, selecting this eye. Fine. Okay, so this is the expression of the face. Controls it, right? So, we're gonna name this face. Now, on top of this, we're gonna start making some deformers. Face container. Container. Create. Okay. Now we're gonna start passing on our information. This will be the nose. This will be nose line. Oopsie. This is the add HO. Okay. Nose. Right. This one will be. Yeah. Be gone. Okay. Like this. Okay, that's done. Now, so we have this, the mouth, this, the eyes. Okay. Nice. This one, the blush. Blush. Okay. Now what we can do is I need to patch on the information. So selecting face XY, I want you to go to modeling, deformer, apply deformer to child elements. Because all of these have container now. Okay, these all have containers, and I want to work on it individually. So passion on the modeling, deformer, apply deformer to child components. That's it. Now these things will all have. So we gotta select the mouth. Left. Much faster if I do it. So this one, you don't want it to be too hyper detailed because you want a lot of control for now. You can always make it deeper later. Okay, that was an intense, like, trying a fix-up session. But basically, we're going to deal with the mouth open, or mouth 3D-ness. We can make it easier. Yeah, I should have just done this instead. So, physics. Like, underneath the deformer of it. Yeah, that's actually much easier, too. Wow. Okay. Oh, that shit was so fucking taxing. It's okay. So you see now how responsive the mouth is? That's it. Like, there's a lot of fucking things you gotta do to make that shit possible. My body, it's facing the consequences of my actions. It's just the mouth alone though, but it's worth it because you can see how like our mouth is so responsive towards what we are saying. Pa. Pa. Okay, though that's just tracking being a dog water on my end. Okay. Pa. Pa 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 pa. Okay, so now we have finished our mouth tracking, and that's it. That's all I can give you tips for mouth tracking. Use blend shapes, make that shit easy. There's a lot of things that goes into a mouth rigging. I hope everyone has a good day, but that's all the knowledge that I can give. It's a lot of invisible knowledge.